Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I had this collage book. You can tell I've had it since 2020, and I had a write-in of 4, but I had put collage journal October. But I've had this book a while, and it's called Master Disaster: 5 Ways to Rescue Watercolors. So I picked it up again the other day, and here was my thought process. When I was going through it, there was so many beautiful pictures in it that I thought, why cut all this out? Instead, just use this as the book, just like a jumpstart journal. So what I do is I go through, and I thought to myself, okay, I have a ton of scraps from the collage books, the soup books, and then I have a bigger stack over here that I work from. And so you'll get it once I go through here. So what I do is, like, there's pictures in the background, and I'll add more pictures to cover up the words. And to start, I'll try to leave what pictures are on here. And you can tell this is half done. But here's a picture where, I've not done anything, but I'm going to go in and cover up this. And we'll just go through it backwards since I've got a lot of pages I have done. And I'll go in and, as I cut out pictures in magazines, I'll go through this whole book. And I'll say, okay, what, where would it look good the best? So I'll put it down, but I'll like glue part of it because I know I might want to stick something right here. And so this is like half done. Here's another one that's half done, and I'll leave a space if I know I want to put more up here, but I know I want it to be on this page. And these were the 2 pictures that were already here. You can sort of see I put the flower down, and I put this lady's shirt had stripes in it. I put this bike on this page. And I put this down. I found this in one of the Women's Day magazine, I think. And I found the window with the flower, so I started that, and I left it up so I could go ahead and still put stuff. But these pages are just way too gorgeous to just cover up or to tear out when they're on both sides. And I thought, just use this as a big jumpstart journal. And I love it. And I guess we all can do the same thing. Just if you go to a bookstore, look for, watercolor books or painting books or what have you, or either Joann's or Michael's. They have these kind of books all the time. I love this picture. See something like this. I happen to have this picture out of the soup books, and I happened to lay this, I had cut a circle out, and I happened to lay that down on top of it one day, and I thought, how interesting is that? But, I could put this over here, just, to start it. Gorgeous pictures. No need to. And then, I put the blackberries and the umbrella. And I thought I had put that down. Put the geraniums. Put these 2 pictures here. I really couldn't tell you where I got the book. It may be my mother's, because she used to paint back in the day, and she bought a lot of books, what have you. Okay, so this one here is like 50% done. It had the shavings and these two, so I've added the lady and these two and this. I think this was the picture I may work on today. Okay, we're getting into some that are more finished. And see, I had to start from the back because now you can't hardly tell what, you know, what's in the picture and what's not. But I'm making like glue book pages. And, you know, at first I'd even started out I thought I was just going to go through. I'm just going to, you know, glue in all these pieces, you know, just put all these pieces in, make the whole background. And then, you know, one thing led to another, and I said, you know, what do I do with all these pictures that has like a half an owl or what have you, or a part of a bird's head? You know, what do you do with all those pictures? And I had made these little tags out of some of the scraps, and I use them for, I may put them in between a picture, you know, that I need to work on. And then I thought, well, I'll start putting stamps because I like that look, that where it looks like you journaled in the book. And see, like this was half of a bird. So I think it's perfect for the glue book pages. And this one here, I love the colors, and I put the colors down, and this here is Posca marker. And I had, I want to put, you know, the stamps with the words on it to make it look like you journaled in it. And you'll see some of those in a minute. And see, here was part of a bird's head, part of a bird. And, you know, I need more stamps on this page. And this one's more like how I want it to look with the stamps. It looks like, you know, someone's been journaling. And, you know, these were half a bird. If you could tell right here, I actually drew in the rest of the scarf to make it look like the whole bird. I've always done that throughout all of my journals. It was called Finish the Page or Finish the Picture, what have you. And I added this big flower. And I think this one here, I think this was already on here. These were here. And what have you. This was the pencil shavings again. That was already there. This was here. This was up here. And I've added the ladies and the birds. And it needs a bunch of stamping on it. And this is more like how I want it to look. And here, I think that's Marie Small. Marry, well, I say Marie, Marry Me Small. And here was, I had folded these two pages together, and, you know, when I don't need these things, you know, I just stick them down in there. Yeah, that's too pretty to cover all of that up. And I used a tag, you know, so I won't forget which book I've already had. And I just folded a tag over on top of it. And see, like that was a bird that was half a beak and all that. So what do you do with that? You just make a large tag with it. And I keep it over here. And this one needs a bunch of stamping. See, this is a bunch of part of a bird, part of a bird, part of a bird. and just make it look like a big glue book page. I couldn't think what I want to say. Glue book page. But I love how most of them turned out, and I thought when I went into this, I thought I have no clue how these are going to turn out, but I quite like it. And these come out of Somerset, and see how all these birds had the tail cut off, or either the front part or the legs or something cut off. And I found a bunch of quotes. I thought I'd, write quotes to see how that looked. And, just like that whole big bird thing that was in the collage soup. What did you do with the big old bird? And this was, part of a bird. I didn't even have the top part. I think I'd used the top part in something else, so I just added a scrap to the top. These pages are just way too pretty to try to take out and try to make something else when, it's the perfect book to use like a jumpstart journal. And, this was out of the collage soup, and see that whole big page, you didn't know what to do, but just put that down, and, I took every stamp I had with wording on it, just stamped it down like I had been journaling. Another little tag, and then I put my little rivet in the top. And then, all these little squares you might see in the back of Somerset. I always like the colorful squares and what have you. This was a full page. I wasn't about to take this out or cover it up. I just love it. It makes me happy every time I see it. And I think this was the first page I collaged in here and didn't know what to do with it. So then I took the black paint and blacked it out and trying to make the most of that page. Okay, so if we can find, okay, so this page here, I was going to try to play off of this. I hadn't really done a manly one, but I thought, okay, it's the man, the mailboxes, and what have you. And I'm just going to stick a bunch of, try to go through these pages here. I'll show you what I have picked out. Have a lot of black and white. Try to pick out kind of like manly pictures. I didn't know where I wanted to go with that. And I thought maybe I'll put these vintage women, maybe one of those over here on this side. Like here, some more scraps, and here's one of those pages that, you don't have the whole bird. I kind of like that one. That may be one of the first ones I cut out. See, like this page, half a bird. I like the eagle. That most represents a man. And then I thought, well, I may drop in some of these women to the side. I don't know which way I want to go yet. And see, there's a bird, just the pipe. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll use the pipe. I might use the other vintage man or the woman. But you know, all these are the ones that have usually the buildings. Don't think I'll use this one. I think I've already got one picked out. Another one, part of a bird. See, this one here is part of a lady. So all these are good images, you know, to sit down or for background. Some more birds. You know, good background. I love this. Don't know what I want to do with it yet. So I've really got probably 20 pages here to do collages with. You know, all these, what do you do with all these that you've cut out? And I thought, well, you know, I'm not going to be working with those no more, but I thought just go through and just put them all in a book. And that way, if nothing else, just look through the book, say, hey, I want that picture. You know, I was trying to, at first thought, well, I'll just make a book I can pull from. So here's some more scraps. Good background pages. This come out of one of the first books I got, collage books. It was not a suit book. Okay, so let me get organized and I'll be right back. Okay, I think for the most part I do like this. I think I'll leave it for the time being. I may go back and put some stamping on it, but for the most part I like the way it turned out. And hope you all enjoyed it. And if you could, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, see you tomorrow.